I felt the blade press against my side. I stopped breathing. I was on my way home after another long day. It was one of those days where everything seemed to drag on forever. I was tired, mentally and physically. My office is on the island and I live on the mainland in Lagos. Anyone who knows this route knows it's always packed with traffic, noise and unusual hustle. That day, I was just focused on getting home. I flagged down with Danfo, one of those old yellow buses that shuttle people all over the city. The bus had a strange vibe from the start. Normally, I am very careful about the buses I enter, but that day I was too tired to think. I just wanted to get home and sleep. The bus had only a few passengers. Most of them were men, and then a young lady like me sitting by the window. Everyone looked normal. The driver and the conductor were chatting loudly, and nothing felt out of place. So I thought. About 10 minutes into the ride, the conductor stopped collecting fares. Instead, he locked the door from the inside, which immediately felt off. I looked around, realizing the passengers were quiet. I felt my pulse starting to raise, but I brushed it off, trying to convince myself I was overthinking things. Then the man beside me leaned over and whispered in my ear, "Don't try anything stupid." My heart froze. I didn't even look at him. I could feel something cold press against my side. It took me a second to realize it was a knife. I tried to control my breathing. My hands were shaking. My thoughts were racing, every instinct screaming at me to do something, but I was trapped in that moment. The man behind me then came closer to me. He touched my shoulders and whispered, "Hand over your phone or you will regret it." I was trying to think, to plan something, but my mind was blank. I slowly reached into my bag, feeling my phone in my hand. I was about to pass it to him when something told me to look at the young lady sitting by the window. I looked up at her, she met my eyes, and for a brief second, I saw something there. Fear maybe, but also a spark. She gave me the tiniest nod. She was in the same situation as me. We were both caught, both at their mercy, but she looked like she had a plan. I don't know where I found the courage, but I grabbed my phone tightly and turned my body slightly. I whispered back to him, "Do you know who I am?" It was a gamble, one I wasn't sure would work, but Lagos has its own kind of fear, its own respect for the unknown. He hesitated and I could feel him pause just for a moment. I didn't give him a chance to respond. I raised my voice slightly, addressing the driver. "Oga driver, abeg drop me here. I don't know who you think you are dealing with. I am not someone you think you can mess with." It was a bold move, but in Lagos, sometimes boldness is all you have. The driver looked at me through the rear mirror. The men behind me, they started talking like they were negotiating something. But I did not back down. I locked eyes with the driver, making sure he saw the resolve in my face. The young lady sitting by the window also picked up my energy. She began speaking to, saying, "You all better drop us now. You don't know who is in this bus." The tension in the bus thickened. The driver and the other men exchanged nervous glances. For all they knew, we could be connected to someone important, someone who could make things very difficult for them. Lagos is a city where anything is possible, and no one wants to take a chance with the wrong person. After a few agonizing moments, the driver grumbled something under his breath and reluctantly pulled over. He unlocked the door and I took my chance. I didn't even wait. I practically jumped out, not caring how I looked, just relieved to be free. The young lady quickly followed me, and as soon as we were out, the bus sped off, vanishing into the Lagos night. We stood on the side of the road for a moment, both of us breathing heavily, our hearts racing. She looked at me, her eyes wide with the same mix of fear and relief. "Thank you," she whispered, her voice shaking. I managed a weak smile. We had to be brave. There was no other choice. I walked away from that experience, shaking but grateful. I learned something valuable that night. In Lagos, sometimes courage and quick thinking can be the only things that can save you. And you have to trust your instincts even if you are terrified. It was a lesson I will never forget. In this city where danger can hide behind a smile, it's up to you to decide whether you will let fear take over you or whether you face it heads up. Thank you so much for watching this video. Kindly support me by subscribing to my YouTube channel for more videos like this, for movie recommendations, movie insights, movie clips, real life story, African folk tales, and so much more. Bye. See you in my next video.